When I was a kid, there was one question that I dreaded the most. What do you want to become when you grow up? My anxiety levels will rise as a young boy, and I didn't know why it made me feel so uncomfortable. I would just answer the adults whatever they wanted to hear. I want to become an astronaut. Growing up, I still hated that question, and by observing the adults around me, I was sure of one thing and one thing only. I didn't want to do the same things over and over for the rest of my life. And this is why I quit my 9 to 5, opened my business, and now I'm getting into the new phase of my life, living. For some people, quitting their 9 to 5 means no more waking up early in the morning, no more traffic, no more talking to people that you don't necessarily like, and the list goes on. For me, quitting my 9 to 5 meant no more masks. You see, I would be sitting in my car and dreading the moment where I had to put on my professional mask. This mask signified that I had to put my creativity aside, and that's not how I want to live my life. I took the risk. 6 years ago, I made the best decision in my life, to quit my 9 to 5. From then on, I had to relearn how to create, relearn how to let go of the corporation mentality. I had to be my own boss. I opened my own business where I could use creativity in order for me to bring people to the door. Don't get me wrong, it was hard, but it was all for me. Working 12-hour days were pretty much the norm, but I kept telling myself that I was building a wall, brick by brick, and it was all for me. My first year, the doubts started to arise. I would ask myself if it was worth it. Did I make the biggest mistake of my life, and should I keep going on? Within a year, I doubled my revenue, and the company had an increase of 150%. Within 3 years, I opened 2 other stores and started from scratch all over again. Taking the risk also meant taking challenges. And then this happened. I'm finally ready to speak about it, but when COVID hit, I had no idea what type of impact it would do to my businesses until they started the lockdowns. Our main customers are people that go to offices, events, galas, and weddings, and from one day to another, it was all gone. I had to lay off almost all my employees, and the bills kept on piling on and piling on. I honestly took 2 weeks off to watch some Netflix and to cry in the shower. But I had to pivot, and I had to do it pronto. So life gave me a bunch of lemons, and it was time for me to make the best darn lemonade the world has ever seen. Understanding that people were at home, shopping online, I decided to use some of my savings to buy an embroidery machine to make custom clothes, hats, and other articles. Then I started a shoe cleaning service, a carpet cleaning service, as well as a home and office cleaning service, since cleaning was such a trend. Let's just say I didn't waste a minute. I had to make it work. With all these services, I was able to stay afloat. As a matter of fact, my accountant said that it was the best financial year that we had so far. But the best part of all this is that I finally have a creative space where everything and anything is possible. When I come into this space, I feel free from the outside noises. I'm able to create without boundaries, without any masks. All this to say, I know exactly what I want to become when I grow up. I want to be me.